Assalamu alaikum. We're here in Grip Fitness Center in Rifah, Bahrain. Okay, so super excited for today's video. We're gonna go through a full body workout that's gonna allow our students to revise for their joint actions. It's great if you're just starting the gym or getting back into it to wake up all of your muscle groups, get that nervous system firing, and have some fun with it. Let's go. We want to say a huge thank you to Kiro, the general manager of the Grip Fitness, one of our graduates in the personal trainer qualification, and our other students, Redan, who's working here on the female side, and the interns that are working here. Really proud of all of you guys and all of our students around the world who are making a difference and really building on their careers. Pleasure for us to see. So again, for today's video, we're going to be going through a full body workout. We're going to be doing muscular endurance, so it's going to be 12 repetitions for 3 sets on each exercise. And we're going to start from the floor, working our way up our body. I'm not going to take you through the full warm-up and mobilization or teach you how to actually use the machines. If you want more information on that, please check out our other videos. There's lots of information. For the sake of time, we're going to make it nice and short and then give you a great full body workout. What I'm going to do right now though is do a little bit of rotation and circumduction as we are reviewing our joint actions. Just remember, as you're doing your mobilization, rotation is where you rotate a joint around its axis so the axis stays stationary. Yeah, so here I'm doing shoulder rotation. If I bring my arm up, you can see it a little bit more. Medial rotation, lateral rotation, okay? And then circumduction is where the whole axis is rotating with the joint itself, okay? So that's the difference. Use that when you're doing your mobilization for this workout, and let's get into it. Let's have some fun. Okay, so starting from the ground, we're gonna work on our calf muscles first, our soleus and gastrocnemius. We're gonna do 12 repetitions of 3 sets for calf raises. So I want to make sure we start in dorsiflexion. Okay, get under the pad. Okay, and get a good full range of motion from dorsiflexion to plantarflexion. Dorsiflexion, plantarflexion. Dorsiflexion to plantarflexion. Okay, so once you've done 3 sets of 12 repetitions, we're going to move up our body onto our next exercise. Okay, so for this exercise, we're going to go through leg extension. Great exercise to work our quadriceps muscle group. We're going to go through leg extension and flexion. So let me show you how it looks. Extension, flexion, extension. All right. 3 sets of 12 repetitions. Give it a go. Okay, so for this exercise, we're going to be doing the Romanian deadlift, keeping our knees nice and soft and pulling through up to the top position. We're going to be working through hip flexion and extension. Awesome exercise for your hamstrings, your glutes, your erector spinae, and also stabilizing it with your lats. So let me give you an example. And again, if you're studying for your exam, whisper the joint actions as you're doing the exercise. So here we go. Extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion. Okay, for the next exercise, we're going to do again some hip flexion and extension, but we're going to work our abdominal muscle groups, our rectus abdominis. Okay, so again, we're going to go for 12 repetitions for 3 sets. Let's give it a go. Cool. So we're going to go through now extension, flexion, extension, flexion. So you're going to get a full body workout. Extension, extension, flexion. Okay, so next exercise is going to be Russian twists. We're going to be working the joint action, spinal rotation. Again, we're going to go for 12 repetitions for 3 sets. Again, working now on your rectus abdominis for that hold, also working on your transverse abdominis as you're twisting. All right, so let's give it a go. It's gonna lean back. 2, 5, 6, and spinal rotation. Okay, for the next exercise, we're gonna do side bends. The joint action is gonna be lateral flexion and extension. All right, so make sure you whisper those if you're studying for your exam. It's gonna work on your obliques, all right, and a little on your transverse abdominis, because we're gonna keep everything nice and tight throughout the whole exercise. All right, so here we go. We're gonna take the bar overhead. We're gonna go into lateral flexion and extension as we return. We're gonna go 12 on each side. Flexion, extension, flexion, extension, lateral flexion, lateral extension. Okay, so for this exercise, we're going to be doing the joint action, horizontal flexion and horizontal extension. We're going to be going again through 3 sets of 12 repetitions, and we're going to be working our pectoralis major muscle group. So again, working up for our full body workout. So this is what it looks like. Horizontal flexion, horizontal extension, horizontal flexion, horizontal extension, horizontal flexion, horizontal extension. Okay, so for the next exercise, we're going to do the lat pull down machine. Working our latissimus dorsi, the joint action is going to be shoulder adduction, adding our arms to our body, and then abduction, taking our arms away from the body. So we're going to go through adduction, abduction, adduction, abduction, adduction, abduction, adduction, abduction. Again, 12 repetitions for 3 sets. Okay, so for the next exercise, we're going to do some bicep curls as the biceps are synergist for the lat pull down. And we're going to be doing the joint action, flexion and extension for the elbow joint. However, remember for this one, when we're using a straight bar, we're going to have our hands supinated, yeah? Which means that we're turning them facing up. The way to remember, we always say, if you're holding a bowl of soup, your hand's supinated. If you pronate your hand, you spill your soup. All right, so for this exercise, our hands are going to stay in a supinated position. 12 repetitions, 3 sets, you know the drill, let's go. So bicep curls, flexion, extension, flexion, extension, flexion, extension. Okay, for the next exercise, we're going to do a hammer curl. Remember, for this curl, for this bicep curl, your hand's going to be pronated. All right, so you're going to go through pronation. And again, we're going through flexion, extension of the elbow joint. All right, remember when we do a hammer curl, we're going to be using the longer head of our bicep. Okay, we're going to get a full muscle spectrum when we use both a supinated bicep curl and a pronated hammer curl. So let me give you an example. Ready? We're just going to take it across our body as if we're taking a drink to our mouth. 2, flexion, extension. On the other side, we're going to do 12 repetitions on each side, don't forget. Flexion, extension, flexion, extension. Remember to whisper those joint actions as you're doing it. Okay, so for the last exercise, we're going to be doing shrugs. We're going to be working on our trapezius, okay, the top of our trapezius, and the joint action is going to be elevation and depression. All right, so make sure you get a good depression and a full range of motion as you're working through the exercise. So let me give you a quick example. Okay, so from here, keeping your arms away from your body, elevation and depression, elevation and depression, elevation and depression. Okay, so that's the workout. So anybody that's doing that just for a full body workout, definitely recommend doing about 20 minutes of cardiovascular working out at the end of that. You know, anything like a treadmill or a cross trainer, just get your heart rate working as well. anyone that's doing this to study for the exam and their joint actions, I want to define real quickly flexion again. So flexion is the reduction of a joint action. All right. Extension is the increase of a joint angle. So that's a nice definition for any time you're doing flexion or extension. All right. And also, there's a few things that we didn't mention today. So to make it stick into your mind, we're going to go through protraction of your shoulders and retraction of your shoulders. Okay, in order for you to remember it, we want you to walk into the gym with retracted shoulder blades. And you got to do the face too, all right? So we're going to go. We want you walking out the gym with protracted shoulder blades. So you got to walk out like this. You got to do the face too. Okay, thank you so much for taking the time to watch our video. I hope you guys enjoyed it and found some value in it. If you did like it, please do like and subscribe it. It helps us to build more content for you guys. And if you have any comments or suggestions or anything that you'd like to see in the upcoming videos, please let us know. Thanks again. Remember to keep raising the standards of health and fitness, and we'll see you next time.